and the seam heads that bleed orange and black. This is Sports Phone KNBR. Sponsored by Industrial Metal Supply on the Sports Leader. Check the live stream on YouTube at KNBR 1045. Here's your host, FP Santangelo.
All right, FP here in the bunker. Quick show today. Got a day game tomorrow, so 808 KNBR is the number. Giants win a thriller 4-2. Great atmosphere at the ballpark again. Great game. They go to 16-9 on the season. They're going to try to win a series against a really good Brewer team tomorrow. Lots to talk about. We're going to jam it into about 40 minutes here tonight. 808 KNBR. I just said that. That's the number. Give me a call. I was just listening to post-game rap. Those guys were awesome up there. If I were doing the game tonight, which I'm not, I think Bob Melvin deserves a lot of credit tonight. And that would have been my pick. And maybe I'll get a chance to pick him tomorrow. But when you talk about how many times as fans have we seen a manager stick with his closer when we all knew what was going to happen? And Bob had the wherewithal based on what happened in Anaheim and knowing that, you know, it was getting away from Ryan Walker to get Camilo Duvall up. Now, I don't know how many throws Camilo had. I was watching on TV up in the booth. But it seemed like it was an emergency job and he got ready. And everybody's on my Twitter right now saying the Giants have a new closer. I don't think that's the case. I think the Giants are going to have 2 or 3 closers this year, and I'm going to tell you why. There's going to be a lot of close games. I don't think, and I could be wrong, like what do I know, but I don't think they're going to be blowing out teams left and right this season. I think there's going to be a lot of 1, 2, 3-run games, maybe even 4-run saves like tonight. I always call them 4-run saves. Rob Nen was the king of the 4-run save. We used to joke about on the plane having beers in the back. Dusty Baker would get him up all the time with a 4-run lead because Dusty thought, what's the difference between a 3-run lead and a 4-run lead? And Rob Nen would go out there in a 4-0 game and get a lot of saves. And that's what was going to happen with Ryan Walker tonight. And it wasn't a save opportunity. So I think, and like I said, maybe I'm wrong, that the Giants are going to need 2 or 3 closers this year with all the close games, whether it's Ryan Walker, Camilo Duvall, Tyler Rogers, maybe even Eric Miller on occasion. Because when you're playing that many games, that many close games, you can't just wear one guy out. If you do, he'll blow out, and then you won't have one closer. You won't have one of your main relievers. Huge game for Camilo Duvall tonight. We could talk about all the defense tonight. I mean, the Giants threw some leather around. And you love a pitcher that works quick like Logan Webb. You love a pitcher that throws strikes, and you love a pitcher that throws ground balls, especially as an infielder. You're on your toes. You're anticipating the baseball. It's almost like a coach hitting you fungos the whole game. If you got a strikeout guy out there or you got a fly ball pitcher out there and you're playing infield, you might not get your first chance till the 7th, 8th, or 9th inning, and it surprises you sometimes, even though you're anticipating it, you're trained to do it. But when you don't get your first chance till the 8th inning with the game on the line, sometimes that's hard for an infielder. So I love what Logan did tonight. I mean, he's 3-1 with a 1.98 All-Star game coming, right? I know it's early, and there's a long way to go. And his one loss was one of the toughest losses you can ever have. So Logan Webb got the job done tonight. The bullpen's been doing it all year long. I was worried about Ryan Walker's blown save in Anaheim, not because he blew the save. It was a 3-run lead, so that was a save opportunity. He gave up 4, and the Angels walked off the Giants. And I don't mean to bring up a bad topic, but blown saves are part of baseball, and that's going to happen. The Giants are going to probably blow double digits, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 of them this year, whatever. Maybe not 10, but that's going to happen. The fashion that it happened was what had me concerned. The wild pitches and the hit batter and the ball going all over the place. And for a guy that's had pinpoint command and been lights out, that was concerning to me, and I mentioned it to a few of my friends. My son, we were talking about it. I mean, everybody was, that was the worst loss. Hey, those are going to happen during the season, but how did it happen? And he was wild. And then tonight he was wild again. He hit a guy, and he was all over the place. So I'm not going to sit here and speculate because I'm not in the training room. I'm not in the clubhouse, but he just doesn't seem right to me. He doesn't. There's something going on there that's deeper than, Camilo Duvall's the new closers. It's not that. The Giants have to get Ryan Walker right, whatever it is, whether it's a mental thing, whether it's a physical thing, but you can see something's off right there. I mean, did anybody notice Camilo Duvall on his strikeout tonight hop off the mound? I haven't seen him with a hop in his step in a long, long time. The strikeout, he bounced off the mound. He got the ball back. His tempo's been better. If you pay attention, he's been using a slide step with a runner on first, which his attention to detail with runners has been horrible over the years, if I'm being honest. He's getting the ball to the plate quicker with runners on. It's almost like somebody said, hey, either you slide step or you're not pitching. So when he has a plus base runner on, he's been working on that too. So a good win for the Giants. It would have been a horrible loss. And I just felt like when Camilo came on, this was his time to shine. He absolutely did. 60-9 the Giants go to. They win 4-2. They have 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Milwaukee 2 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors. And this is the type of baseball that you're going to see this year. I love the defense tonight. Christian Koss with the play up the middle. Willie Adames with the play up the middle. Matt Chapman on the slow roller. Yaz with the throw to third. And then Chapman with the tag at third base. We've been seeing so many missed tags lately where guys just put the glove on the ground and 2 arms go around the glove and nobody tags a hand. And I thought Chapman did a nice job of sticking the tag in there, old school, hard-nosed baseball. So I'm probably leaving out some defense tonight, but it was fun to watch the guys play. Wilmer Flores is having an all-star start to the season. I know it's April, it's just a month, but he's leading all of baseball in RBIs with 27, 2 for 4 again tonight after 3 for 3 last night. Wilmer Flores is having a fantastic start to the season, and it's been fun to watch. Let's go to the phones. 808 KNBR is the number. You guys help me out. It's just me tonight. We're going to have a quick show. So if you're leaving the game, you want to chat about a really fun win, and this team's going for 3 out of 4. I'll tell you what, 4-game series suck. They do, because by the 4th game, you know everything about the other team. They know all the holes in your swings. They know what you're swinging at. You know what they're swinging at. If I'm pitching the 4th game of a series, I better have a damn good idea of what I'm doing to the opposition. If I sat around the first 3 games and didn't watch on the top step as a pitcher, and you get the 4th game of a series, I mean, shame on you. By the time Landon Roop gets on the mound tomorrow, he should, in his mind tonight when he's visualizing, laying in bed, or if he does it in the morning, he should know every pitch he's throwing to every hitter and every count. You got 3 days to sit there and watch. You can go over video all you want, but like I always say, the game's an open book. It's right there for you. It's a cheat sheet every night. If you're on the top step and you're paying attention and you're watching the game and you're involved in the game, and maybe you're sitting there next to Justin Verlander and Verlander says, well, what would you throw right here? And I'm like, I'm going to go curveball. And you do that and you watch the Brewers hitters. Bryce Terang might be one of the best players in baseball. I mean, he had a Gold Glove second baseman. He made a big error tonight. If they gave that an error, I can't remember what happened. But it was a double play ball. But he's hitting 350. He was 4 for 4 last night, 3 for 5 tonight. Had the big ground rule double in the 9th inning, hitting the ball all over the place. Good player, and the Brewers are a good team. So that was a good win for the Giants. Let's go to the phones. 808 KNBR. Jake, you're leaving the game. You're on KNBR. What's going on, Jake?
Yeah, hey there, FP. Can you hear me?
I got you. You're on.
All right, awesome. Hey, I'm leaving the game right now. Vibes were great. I got to say that I was at the game last night. Tonight, defense was just absolute nails, way better. Webb threw an absolute gem. Even followed by Rogers and Tyler Rogers and Camilo Duvall. But I just got a quick question for you. So Wilmer Flores, the game last night, he was really solid. He had like 2 or 3 good singles, but then Matos he kept hitting like double play balls over and over again. So just a quick question: can you enlighten me on the rule for pinch runners? Like, is there a reason why on the days that Tyler Fitzgerald doesn't play or Christian Koss doesn't play, why don't they pitch run for him to make it a more level playing field for a guy running to second base?
Are you talking about Wilmer Flores in an 11-3 game having a pinch runner for him? I don't think you do that. You just play the game out. If it's close, you're going to pinch run for Wilmer all the time, right? In a close game where you're down by 1 or down by 2 and that's the trail runner, or it's a tie game and say he gets on, you're going to pinch run for him all day, whether it's Luis Matos who's not starting, or Tyler Fitzgerald, or Christian Koss. One of those 3 guys, if they're not playing, is going to pinch run for Wilmer. But yeah, Wilmer's getting on enough where, if he's on late in the game, you're going to have to. But I don't know what you mean by the rule. You kind of lost me there. The rule for pinch runners, you just send some guy out, and then he goes to first, and the other guy comes back to the dugout, and then everybody high-fives that guy because he got on first base, And then the new guy who's running for him really isn't loose. He's trying to look like he's loose, but he got ambushed by the manager. So he's going out there and stretching out real quick and trying to act like he's going to steal a base. And the reason you never see pinch runners steal a base is because they're really not loose.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I just thought maybe it was like, the pinch hitter rules or they have to play a position. I wasn't sure if the pinch runner would have to, step in for him essentially.
Yeah, I'm still lost, but thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it. 808 KNBR is the number. Yeah, my brain's not functioning with that question right now. Stevie G in San Francisco, you're on KNBR. What's going on?
Epi, real quick, I just want to give a shout-out to Bob Melvin, how he's dealing with the pitching staff. I think he's doing a great job with this long stretch with the weather and conditions back east and all that. And I guarantee you he'll go down with some of the great San Francisco managers when all said and done. Bruce Bochy, Dusty Baker, Willie Ballou, Alvin Dark, Roger Craig. That's all I had to say.
Well, thanks, Stevie G. That would be some amazing company, and Bob Melvin would have to have a parade, I think, for that to happen. And who knows what's going to happen. But, yeah, I started the show with giving him credit tonight. I mean, as fans, we've all seen our closer, whoever it is, whatever team you root for, however many games you've watched, we all know when it goes south how it's going to end. And very rarely do you see a manager have the guts, I guess, the wherewithal, the intelligence to get a guy up and to get him into the game quickly when it's unraveling. And now maybe Bob knows something about Ryan Walker that we don't. I don't know anything. Maybe he knows that he's got a blister. Maybe he knows something's going on. I don't know. And I'm not going to speculate, even though I kind of just did. I saw Ryan looking at his finger when he was walking off the field. But to get somebody up and to save that game, you just can't let a 4-run lead slip away. And that Brewers team can hit, man. We saw that last night. They dropped an 11 spot. Giants took it on the chin. And so to have Camilo up and to have him ready to come in the game, and to Camilo's credit, to be ready for that. Because a lot of times you're down there, you're not thinking, the closer's in, I'm good. And you're not ready to pitch mentally. The phone rings and you're like, wait, what? And maybe, who knows? Maybe Garvin and they talked about it like, hey, be ready because we don't know how this is going to go because of X, Y, and Z, things none of us know about. But Camilo was ready and he came in, and the Giants won a big one. Now they go for the series win tomorrow. All right, I'm going to take a quick commercial break. 808 KNBR is the number. Giants win 4-2. We'll take your calls next on the Sports Leader.
Giants fans, this is your hub to have your voice heard. Sports Phone KNBR. Streaming live on YouTube at KNBR 1045.
4-2 Giants. The pitch. Ground ball to second. To his left on a high hop. Cross. Cruising out at first. And the Giants hang on to win it. And what a performance by Camilo Doval under duress, inheriting a tight spot, not of his own making. And two of the Brewers' best hitters, their top 2 RBI men. He struck out Churio. He got Yelich on a ground out and was out there throwing strikes all the way through.
Throwing strikes, working quick. FP Santangelo in the bunker. 808 KNBR is the number. You want to chime in on tonight's win? Giants win, no calls. Giants lose, tons of calls. That's how it goes, but that's okay. Big game tomorrow. You want to get that series win. 3 out of 4 against the Brewers would be muy bueno. And Camilo Doval was muy bueno tonight in just coming in and throwing strikes. So for all those that want to go on Twitter and say that Camilo Doval is the new closer, that's not the case. I don't think. I don't make those decisions. But in my humble opinion, the Giants are going to need more than one closer this year to get the job done. This could be based on who's feeling good, who's not feeling good, who needs a day off. Just the way this team is built in the ballpark they play in, I don't think there's going to be too many laughers this year. And that'd be great if there are, because you get to rest your bullpen and you don't have to really lean on your closer. When you play on a team that has thump and you play on a team that wins a lot of games 10-2, 8-1, 7-0, whatever it is, and you don't have your closer running out there every single night. Sometimes you can get away with one closer all year. And there'll be times when he's gone 2 days in a row or 3 days in a row and you got to lay off him and somebody else does it. But that was great for Camilo tonight. I mean, I've seen a difference in him probably his last 3 outings, and not just the results. Like if you look closely on his delivery, he's tightened everything up. If you look closely at the shot clock behind him, there's lots of time left when he throws. His pitch comp never works, but I think that's just him trying to slow things down. So the way he calls timeout is he takes his hat off and his pitch comp never works. Did that again tonight. And that's fine. If that's how you want to slow the game down, that's fine. But watch him, pay attention next time with a runner on first. He's slide stepping all over the place, which means his delivery's a lot quicker. He's not picking up his leg as high, and his times to home are not conducive for somebody just to walk into second base or walk into third base. And we've seen that a lot with him on the mound. He doesn't really pay attention to runners. And it seems that, I don't know who, Bob Melvin, J.P. Martinez, Buster Posey, Zach Manassian, somebody told him, like, look, bro, you got to tighten it up. And he has. So good for Camilo, man. The backup quarterback is always the most popular guy in town, right? And right now, Camilo's the backup quarterback, and he came in and saved the day for Ryan Walker and the Giants. I hope Ryan's okay. I'm not going to sit here and, like, speculate that there's an injury here, but something's not right. I mean, we've all seen this guy go out there and have the ho-hum saves. Maybe it's the fact that he walked into the game in the dark tonight. And I don't, at the risk of sounding really old, I know the kids love this, but he was standing on the mound after he got his glove inspected, and it was dark. And somebody, I think it was Sam Huff, went out to warm him up, and he was standing on the mound, and they had to turn the lights on. If I'm a hitter and I'm in the on-deck circle, and it's dark, and I'm leading off the ninth, and it's like coming out of a movie theater, and now my eyes have to readjust to the lights, I don't know if I'd be cool with that. I like the entrances, but like to turn off all the lights in the stadium, and then it was dark for a long time. I'm sounding so old. You guys are like, the kids in the back seat are like, come on, FP, that was great. We love that. I know. That's just the old fashioned in me. So 29,049 on a Wednesday evening. Where's the temperature? Was it negative 12 tonight? This is 54 degrees and cloudy. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we get a weatherman driving home to tell me why 54 degrees felt like negative 12 tonight and last night too. But then a couple days ago, 54 felt like 54. 16 miles an hour, wind out to center field tonight. First pitch at 6:45, 2 hours and 34 minutes. And then we have a day game tomorrow. Jacob, we got any calls? No, nobody calling tonight?
Zero calls, my brother.
Zero calls. So we're flying solo tonight. And that's just fine. I tweeted, great job, Bob Melvin. How many times have you seen a manager stay with his closer when we all knew how it was going to end, ? Give the skipper tons of credit. Oh, and Camilo, too. That was a badass big boy save.
FP, I have a question.
Are you talking? People can hear you now?
Yes, they can.
Good.
I have a question. So on that inning the Giants got their rally from, there was, I think, 3 balls hit to the middle infielders that they didn't make plays on. As a former middle infielder, can you tell me, how routine were those? Was there tough hops? Did you see anything specific in those, or I don't know?
No, well, thanks for asking. That's cool. I appreciate you teeing me up. Bryce Terangs was the in-between hop. He's a Gold Glove second baseman. He's as good as they get over there, and he can really turn a double play. For some reason, I don't know if it's an eyesight issue, but Rhys Hoskins has fanned on 2 throws in this series in 3 games. 2 throws he should have caught, not in the dirt, maybe a hair wide, but chest high throws he's missed. And it's really hurt the Brewers, and it's a team who prides himself on defense. They play really good defense. They pitch the heck out of it. They do the little things on offense. They steal a lot of bases. They have team speed. And when the Giants went to Milwaukee last year, we left that series going, this team plays baseball. And I said, this is the best team I've seen all year, just because they're so fundamentally sound. And tonight, they made two errors, and they can't overcome 2 errors, I don't think, as a team. On the road, maybe at whatever their ballpark's name. I don't even know what their park's name is. It used to be Miller Park, but it's something else now. Family Park, Family Feud Park, something like that. Family Field, I'm not sure. But that's a hitter's ballpark. But when you're on the road in this ballpark, they can't afford to make those errors. I think, Jacob, that you saw the Giants flash the leather tonight, and I said this already, so I'm repeating myself. Because Logan Webb works quick and he throws strikes, and you know that his ground ball percentage is one of the highest in the league. So as a defender with a ground ball pitcher in the infield, oh man, I used to love that because I know I'm getting action. So when you're on defense, over the years, you train yourself to leave your at bat in the dugout if you didn't get a hit or you struck out. So there's 2 sides to the game, lumber and leather, and you have to separate them to be successful. And then over the years in the minor leagues or wherever it happens, so many reps, you work on concentrating for every single pitch the whole game, whether it's 150 pitches, 200 pitches, whatever it is. And you tell yourself, the ball's coming to me, the ball's coming to me, the ball's coming to me. And in your mind, it takes about 2-3 seconds. You know what you're going to do with the ball. There's things that just flash in your mind that this hitter's fast, I got to get rid of it. I got to be quick on a double play, but not in a hurry. There's a difference between being quick and being in a rush. And you all these things it's pre-pitch preparation. And it takes, I don't know, a couple seconds, and you get in your ready position, your little hop into the pitch, and you're ready for the ball. And then you can decompress for a second, look in the stands, check out whatever you want to check out in the stands. And then lock back in. You see the sign go down, or in your pitch comm in your hat, you hear the sign now, and the ball's coming to me. The ball's coming to me. The ball's coming to me. When you're a younger player, at least in my case, I can't speak for everybody. There were times when my mind would wander. I'd be thinking about my last at bat, or I'd be thinking about something that was said to me in the clubhouse earlier, or something that was happening at home. And then when you lose that focus and you lose that concentration as an infielder, the ball's always hit to you when you're not ready for it and you're thinking about something else. So over the years, you train yourself as an infielder to be on your toes and to anticipate the baseball and to know what you're doing when the ball's hit to you. If the ball takes me to my left, I might just go to third base. If I'm a shortstop, if it's a double play ball, you just know as soon as it's hit, that's a double play, that's not a double play. We're going to have to hurry here if this is a double play, but not rush, so I throw it in the dugout. And these thoughts are going through your mind. And I've said this before, and I've done like a base running session on the air. Good base runners do this every pitch too. When you're on first, you're like time of game, score of game, what my run means. Am I going to take a chance? We're up by 3. I'm going first to third here on anything to right. If they throw me out, tip your cap because we're up by 4. I'm not going first to third here because my run means a lot and there's nobody out and I can't make the first out at third. And then you're on second base. You're checking the outfield every single pitch because guys shift around based on counts, based on the wind conditions. You know who's hitting and you realize what they're going to be thrown when they're hitting. So right now, this guy is a good fastball hitter. There's no way they're throwing a fastball. This could be a first pitch curveball. I'm looking for down angle on the curveball. I see the ball hit the dirt. I'm taking off. I'm reading ball in the dirt because I know he's not getting a fastball. So all of these things for major league players go through your mind in about 3-4 seconds, every pitch. It's just kind of like a checklist that you have. And it's a mental clock that if you're not doing this every pitch, you're being lazy, I used to think. You're not thinking about the game. You're not thinking about the score of the game. You're not thinking about what my run means. You're not thinking about, you're looking at the arms in the outfield. I got a boogie to right because he's got a cannon. Oh, look at the left fielder. He shifted with 2 strikes. Now he's in left center. And in all of this, real time is going through your head. It's almost like, good quarterbacks, right? When they get to the line of scrimmage, they're reading defenses. They got 2 plays called. They're killing 1 play. They're checking the coverage. They're the disguise coverage. They're doing hard counts to try to get people to show you what coverage they're in, and all that happens as the clock is running down to 1 and you're trying to get in the right play for your offense. Same thing happens in baseball. It's just not quite as violent. Let's go to the phones. We got some calls. Hey, way to go, you guys. This is awesome. I got to get some sleep tonight, though. Let's go to Jake. No, wait. Is that no? Oh, that's old. Oh, Greg in Oregon. You're on KNBR. What's going on, Greg? Is Greg there?
Yes, here.
Greg, you're on. You
Hello?
can talk now. Your turn to talk. I've been talking too much.
Hello.
Hello, Greg. This is
Yeah, I'm here.
This is a call-in show, and when I call on you, you talk.
So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about the way the Giants are flashing the leather and pitching. I always say when I've ever called in before is that when you come to the ballpark and you want to play, somebody's going to bring a ball, somebody's going to bring a bat, but you better bring your glove. And I can't say anything more about Chapman and that guy has a cannon. He makes a spectacular play every single game. It's unbelievable. He's defying all logic over there, and I feel so grateful to have the best defensive third baseman in the game. And that's my main point, is that these guys, if they play solid defense, they're getting wins.
I love watching Matt Chapman play every night. I love watching Matt Chapman run the bases, and I guarantee if he was sitting here in the studio and all those things I said about base running, he does every single pitch. He probably does all those things on defense every single pitch. It's just a quick focus thing that you do. But his cannon today on that slow roller, he took a couple steps and gathered himself and unloaded. Willie Adames on Sal Frelick, that diving play up the middle. He knows that Sal's fast. He got to his feet and just let it rip. Christian Koss up the middle in center field on the grass. Great play. Mike Yastrzemski with a one-hop bullet right on the money. Yeah, they have to play like this, but it's fun. And you know why they're playing like this? They're playing like this because they're playing the same position every night. It's not like it was a few years ago where you're just plugging somebody in at third that's never played third, or you're putting somebody in center field that's never played center because you're going for the math and the matchups offensively. And then you hear things like, well, we got to play better defense. And yeah, you got to play better defense, but you're putting guys in positions that they've never played before. Now you got a left side that's playing every day. You got Tyler Fitzgerald at second pretty much every day. Lamont Wade Jr.'s gotten exponentially better at first base with the glove. Jung-Hoo Lee's going to win a Gold Glove. If not this year, soon, probably this year. Mike Yastrzemski is a Gold Glove type outfielder. Elliot Ramos is doing a nice job in left field. Patrick Bailey is a Gold Glove catcher. These guys got their Gold Gloves in their locker, too, by the way. I went to the clubhouse, and Chapman's got his in his locker, and Bailey's got his in his locker, and it's like the prettiest trophy in the world. It's your glove dipped in gold, and then I think it's got 2 Rawlings baseballs on each side of like a wood base, and then it's got kind of a caricature of you underneath the glove, and then it has a base that says Rawlings Gold Glove winner, third base 2024, and then Patrick Bailey's got one too. That's the trophy to have. It really is, and those guys deserve it. We got to get Patrick Bailey going though. He struck out 3 more times tonight. He looks confused at the plate. Hopefully he gets going. I would love to see him. I would love to see him shorten up with 2 strikes, but we'll see. He'll figure it out. He'll get hot. It's early in the season. All right, we got a lot of calls. This is cool, but I'm not staying that late tonight. Let's go to Francisco in Santa Cruz. Francisco, you're on KNBR. What's up?
Oh man, I'm just super happy to be on with you. FP, you're the best. Love listening to you from like when you first got on the radio, and I just want to say my teen mom took me to the Stick, and when it was called 3Com Stocks, I don't know if you can say it on the radio, but 3Com Stocks, long live the Stick, put that on a shirt, and she was like getting the whole crowd chanting, and fell in love with baseball when I saw like the green grass through those like the entrances. And sorry, I'm just a little nervous. I haven't called KNBR in like this decade, but
Dude, you're doing a good job.
Thanks. I listen to you guys all the time, and mostly just text like a bunch, but it was just kind of like a rough night with the Warriors and stuff, and I go to all the Santa Cruz Warriors games, so I was like happy to see my guys playing, but it was tough to see Butler take that spill. That was rough.
I didn't get to see the Dubs play at all tonight. I was locked in on this game.
Worries. I love the baseball, the fact that the Giants kept us going. And last thing I want to say is, what do you think about Sacramento versus San Francisco for the World Series?
All right, Francisco, thanks for the call. The Sacramento A's of Las Vegas against the San Francisco Giants. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen this year. I don't know what's going on in Sacramento. It's none of my business. I think it's weird that the A's didn't embrace Sacramento and put that on the uniform. And I think the fans of Sacramento, where I'm from, have recognized that. And the fact that they're not getting acknowledged as a city that has a team by the franchise, they're not coming to the games. I saw a picture, so I don't know what this means. It was on Twitter yesterday of the Rangers and the A's, and there was nobody there. So I do know that they have the highest tickets in baseball, the highest ticket prices in baseball, because there's not a lot of seats, right? 12,000 seats, so they're trying to create some revenue with high ticket prices. But the Sacramento fans aren't buying it. And I'm from that region, so I'm just speculating. This is pure speculation. That's what we do in Sports Talk Radio. That the Sacramento baseball fan is mostly Giants fans, first of all. The Sacramento baseball fans, I don't want to speak for all of you, but just growing up there, I feel like I do have some idea, feels used right now by the A's. There's no Sacramento. They put, like, I don't know, the bridge on the arm. But there's no – if you sold Sacramento A's sweatshirts, they would fly off the shelves. If you had Sacramento on the front of a jersey, they would fly off the shelves. Fans would love that. They would buy them. I played for the A's. I can talk about this. And the fact that that's not being acknowledged, and then it's just like we're using you for a couple of years till we build the stadium on the Strip. I had notions when this first started that the team, I told a lot of people this, and it looks like I'm going to turn out to be wrong, that team would stay in Sacramento. I thought Sacramento fans would go nuts over having a big league baseball team there, but I just think they're just not into it. And if I'm being honest, I don't really blame them. Let's go back to the phone lines. We just went to Francisco. Let's go to Giovanni in Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz coming in strong tonight with all the calls. What's going on, Giovanni?
Hey, FP, how are you?
Good.
Good. Thanks for taking my call. Just want to start off with saying what a great job you're doing, on your calls. Like, I really enjoy you calling the games. I'm pretty sure a lot of people do as well. But you're doing an awesome job. I really enjoy them.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the kind words. I'm excited to do the game. I'm excited to do the game tomorrow. It'll be fun. Giants are going for 3 out of 4 against the Brewers. It'll be great. Landon Roop's going to be great. It's going to be the best time ever. And wait, what's the weather like tomorrow? It's not going to be -12 like it was tonight, is it? No, 57 degrees. So it'll be a nice day at the ballpark. Come out and watch the Giants beat the Brewers.
This weekend, but I'm going to tune into your call for sure on the radio. I really enjoy it. And I just want to, ask you, the Giants are the best road team in the majors right now. I really enjoyed your calls on the road. Anything cool you can share with us about about the road trip? The New York series was awesome, especially the Saturday. Like, I heard that, the whole game on the radio, and bro, you really did a great job, along with your colleagues. But anything cool you can share with us? Any observations on why the Giants are so good on the road?
Yeah, Giovanni, thanks for the compliments. I'm blushing here in the bunker by myself at night. I appreciate it. I would say when you start the season on the road as a ball club and you win some ball games, you have a tendency to gel quickly. So when you look at the schedule, you're like, oh, we got a 10-day road trip in April. Ooh, we just barely got into our apartments. We barely got settled in San Francisco. Now we got to bounce around the country and go to New York, Philadelphia, and Anaheim for a 10-day road trip. But when that road trip starts to go well and you're on the plane playing cards with each other and having a couple glasses of wine or whatever, and you're in the clubhouse with each other and you're on the bus with each other and you're in the hotel with each other, that you have a tendency to become a team a lot quicker than, say, you have a 10-day homestand to start the season. And the reason that is because, when you're at home, there's a lot of family time. There's the kids and the wives, which is awesome, but you're not all together all the time. So in my opinion and in my experience, when you start the season on a road, you really get to know each other well. I mean, you're in spring training, so you know each other well already. But then when you start winning on the road, you're doing the dances in the clubhouse, you got the fogger and the DJ and whatever the Giants do when they win. And all teams do now, if you don't know. They celebrate wins like they won the World Series, and I think it's awesome because it's really, really hard to win one major league game, and you should celebrate it. So the plane rides, and it's not just the plane rides, it's you sit on the plane for a good 30, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever it is, before you take off. And then you have a 5-hour flight across the country, and you're just with each other a lot. Then you get on the bus, and it's another 45 minutes to an hour to the hotel from the airport. And so, yeah, I think they gelled before spring training, if I'm being honest. They were all in Scottsdale together. They were all working out. Willie Adames went down there. They had a bunch of guys working out the minor league complex before they even got to spring training. So, and that means something. In a game where there's so much math and there's so much analytics, which is all good, too. You need that stuff. I'm not saying you don't. I think camaraderie and togetherness and family have I don't know if it's the same as it used to be, but these guys got a good thing going. Let's go to Fozzie in East Bay. Fozzie, you're on KNBR. What's going on?
Yo, FP, thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great tonight. Look, great win for the Giants, and I know you touched on everything good about Flores, especially. He's been doing great. But I wanted to say something about Bob Melvin, and I know you touched on it yesterday, especially about or after that huge loss. You said it's a long season, and Bob Melvin will adjust, and I feel like he has a good gauge on that clubhouse, and especially with him having all the same guys around him, and how they've been clicking over these last games, and especially after a long road trip and how everything's been going. Bob Melvin, man, he showed what it is, to me as a fan, he shows what it is as far as being a manager and knowing his clubhouse and bringing it all back together, especially after a tough loss yesterday. You gave up a grand slam, bunch of runs, and then you come out and you win like this in this fashion. It was a great win for the team. So kudos to Bo Mel. And again, FP, great job. Cheers, boys.
All right, Fozzie, thanks for the call. Yeah, Bo Mel got my player of the game tonight, just for being on top of that. And like I've said 14 times already, how many times as fans have we seen our closer, whoever it is, having a tough night, and then it's just his game to lose. And you rarely see guys up because sometimes it's a tightrope you got to walk as a manager. You don't want to hurt the guy's feelings because he's your closer, but then going to get him, and it's kind of embarrassing. And Bob Melvin was on top of it tonight. He's on top of it every night. But I love the fact that he went and got Camilo. Camilo got the job done, made Bob look good, and that's a good win for the Giants. We said last night, JT and I were in the bunker, that the second day after a road trip kicks your ass. And they would be sharp tonight, and they were. They're very sharp. I mean, on their toes. Defense was great. Logan Webb goes to 3-1 on the season, 1.98 ERA. He's going to be in the All-Star game counted right now. Camilo Duvall was great, too. You guys were great. Thanks for the calls. I'll be on the call tomorrow, so check it out on KNBR. I'm excited to do the game. And the Giants go for a series win. Jacob, good job at home base. Thanks a lot. Thanks for all the calls. I'm going to go home and try to sleep fast. Day game tomorrow. And like I say on the way out every single night, swing hard in case you hit it on the Sports Leader.